Hey everybody, it's Jenny, and it is day 10. We're not quite halfway through, but we're pretty close. I hope you're enjoying all the gifts that you're getting. Each one of them means something specific for me, and I have loved putting this box together. So let's see what day 10 is. All right, we're opening up the box, and oh, it's kind of a skinny little one. Now we're halfway through. We've gotten, just about half of the gifts out of here, so I'm pretty sure I can lift this over here to the table. So let me do that. There we go. Okay, so day 10. Let's open it up and look inside. Ooh, stars for Sven. Now this is such a fun project, very versatile project, and let's see what you get. You get this little pattern right here. And right here, got to show you. I'm sure you've all seen it because you're opening it up with me, or you've already opened it up. And then you get these fusible iron-ons. Now, let's talk about these for a minute, because some of these are connected. There's little connection points. You're going to want to take your scissors and make sure that you very carefully trim these apart. You know, when they cut these out, sometimes these little connection points stay, and it's to keep the little pieces together. So we're going to have that. We've freed the beard. We're going to trim these off. So once you've got your pieces cut, and you'll notice that the stars, there's a bit of cutting that has to happen with the stars, so be sure you do that too. But once you get those pieces cut, on the back, these are prefused. So you can see you're just going to have to take those papers off, and then you'll be able to iron them on. It's just so easy. So for my project, I did an 18.5-inch pillow, and let me show you that project. This is it right here. Isn't that just adorable? It's so, so cute, but it could be a wall hanging. It could be, whatever you want it to be. It could be the center of a quilt or whatever. Anyway, I've got a fat quarter here, and the size we're looking for is 18.5 square. So I am going to press this fat quarter so it's nice and flat. And you can see the one I used on my pillow is gray, and I actually have several different colors to show you because I think it's fun to see what happens if. And a fabric can really change the look of something. So it'll be fun to see which fat quarter you guys choose to make your project. All right, so I'm pressing these little seams out of here. If you need some water or some, best press or something like that, make sure you use that. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half because I like to cut shorter distances, and I'm going to make sure that this is 18.5 inches, both directions. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Right here, put my ruler on there and a half, and I'm going to make this cut. So we're basically cutting a big square 18.5 inches. And then I'm going to fold it the other way and make sure it is also 18.5 inches. And I'm going to put it on here like this, line it up on the edge. And we are going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and a half. Just perfect. All right. So then what you're going to do is you're going to lay this out like this, and you're going to decide where you want all of your Sven pieces. Now, I have this. I like to kind of do this with the paper on first. I put my hat over the top edge of this little beard right here. I'm going to put his nose right here in the middle like this, a little over the hat and a little over the others. He has a poof on his hat. Now, I can see right here from where I'm laying this that I probably need to scoot all of this down a little bit so that his poof I don't lose his poof in my seam or anything like that. And then what we're going to do is you're going to have all your stars cut out, and you're going to place those just wherever you want them. All right, so let me show you a couple of things I've got here that I've already done for you. This one I thought was really fun, right here, this background, because it's darker. And so we've got him on here, and I wanted to show you a couple of different stitchings. So let me just flatten him out. He's been folded up. So I thought this is a dark background. I'm going to use a applique stitch that is dark. So I did the applique stitch around my hat, and I did it around the puff, and I didn't like it on the puff because it wasn't perfect. You know, there's little edges that you can see and that sort of thing. Make sure you guys can see this really clear. But I didn't love how that turned out. So the rest of it right here, I used invisible thread. So I didn't know if you know this was a thing, but invisible thread is a thing. And it's like a very thin fishing line. And that way, you know, it's great for lazy sewers who don't want to change their thread with every color, because I definitely didn't want the black going around his beard, and I didn't want, you know, I just decided I didn't want to change my thread. So I went for the invisible thread. And, you know, years ago they made invisible thread, and it wasn't so great. But this newer invisible thread is great. So don't be afraid to try that, or you can just change your thread with every color, or you can just decide that you want to use that as an outline. Also on here, I did the applique stitch where it stitches along and goes in and grabs. And around the beard, I did a tiny little zigzag. So use whatever you like that's fun for you, and your pillow will come together so fast. Now, let's talk about the back of a pillow. Because my pillow is 18 inches square, I did an envelope back. You can see right here. Let me take this tag off. This is how we identify all of our quilts. My granddaughter Aislinn she is the quilt librarian, and she's so good at making sure these all have tags on them. But this is an envelope back right here so that you can just put your pillow in and make that work. So you know your piece top to bottom has to be 18 inches. And I made mine longer so that they would overlap. And I believe mine are, let me see how long mine are. I think they are, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 or 6 inches longer. It will tell you exactly in the pattern how much longer to make them. I hemmed this outside edge right here, and then I just pinned them onto the front of my pillow, and I want them to make sure that they're the same exact size, but they're overlapped about 5 or 6 inches. And that gives you that envelope feel. Then what I did was I sewed all the way around the outside edge like this and caught all these seams in here, so then it just makes this nice thing. And then of course I had to bind it. You guys know I love a striped binding around the edge. So it's just like a regular, here I can actually take this pillow out of here and show you. It's just like a regular little quilt. It lays nice and flat like this. And so I just put, you know, I had sewed all the way around it, and then I just put the binding on the outside, and a striped binding is so, so cute. It's so cute. All right, before we go, I mean, that's really all the information you need to make your pillow. I want to show you a couple of things. First of all, we do have these nice big pillow forms if you need them, and we have those. And then also, I wanted to talk a little bit. So this fabric right here is, this is one of those ombre fabrics that goes from light to dark. And so it actually goes from a few stars to a lot of stars. And I wanted to show you how it looks with all the big stars up here. And I have a white piece of that, and it's just, I mean, they're just cute. So more stars at the top. You know, we did one on this linen gray, so don't be afraid to try up some different colors and see how it looks. You may want to put a bright green background on yours and really have it be super Christmassy and fun. Again, I'm so excited for day 10. Sven, I don't know if you guys know this, but my background heritage is Swedish. So I love anything that has a cute little gnome on it. And this was just such a fun project for me to put together. So we'll see you soon for another video on the countdown to Christmas.